Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. It's the In Wheel Time car talk show. Coming up, we hope to talk to John Ghattas, owner of the Apocalypse Manufacturing Company. Konrad has This Week in Auto History. We'll get you caught up on the stories making car news this week. Howdy. Along with Mike, out of this world, Mars, who is out of this world actually right now.
Hey, it's been a good day.
His mind is in another place, which it normally is, but today especially.
He's at Topless Jeep weekend.
Oh,
yeah.
Thinking about all these people invading his house.
Exactly.
He's headed there to defend.
We also have King Konrad DeLong, and we need more Jeff Zekin. I'm nobody.
Broadcast Hall of Famer, the Don Armstrong, the Channel 13 Eye in the Sky.
Okay.
All righty, Konrad.
There's enough of that.
His meds are kicking in.
Something's kicking in.
Is there something kicking in? Oh,
there you go. I knew you had it.
Well, it's on the rundown page. I don't know. Mars just give me a picture. Well, I said
there was a picture on the bottom of your sheet. And that's what I saw.
Yes, that's the picture of Don reacts to pictures.
Let's talk about Jeep weekend down at the beach.
Stay away.
What a fiasco.
Stay away.
Who started that?
Well, it really started. It's a national day of Jeeps. The Jeep clubs all got together. Yeah, and it's a big deal. It happens all across the country. It's just our location down here on Crystal Beach on the Bolivar Peninsula,
where you have a house.
Yes, to the east of Galveston. It used to be a lot of Jeep stuff.
Well, the beauty of it, though, is your beach is allowed, vehicles on it.
Yes, you're allowed to drive on it.
So there'll be thousands of them there this weekend.
Yeah, and we, Konrad and I have been down there a couple of times when we were going down there in the show. We broadcast down there several years ago, and we've seen a lot of sights down there that we can't forget. And so we don't go down there anymore.
And then we had the moron that tried to organize it.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
That was a huge mistake. Remember that?
Well, and then they've had lots of police issues here.
Yeah.
Well, not police issues.
Criminal
police. Yeah, we have criminals down there.
A couple of years ago, they had a couple of high tides, and it pushed everybody off the beach, and everybody got jammed up on the road. There's a lot of stuff. Here, let me see if I can connect here with Joe. Hang on.
I think that I would avoid that.
Yeah,
at all costs.
Yeah,
think about how busy the ferry's going to be.
Well, it's called Topless Jeep Weekend, but there's not everybody has a Jeep. They've got these little side-by-side things.
Topless.
Well, that's not the point. Take the top off the car, Konrad. But there's other vehicles, not necessarily Jeeps.
Yeah.
That's what kind of ruins it.
Yeah, the 4x4s, the side-by-sides, and all that stuff.
And lots of alcohol and very little common sense.
That's what the problem is.
Yeah, that's the main problem. That was it. Last time we were there, I told Mars, I said, we will not be back to this. It was just absolute mayhem. And we got nothing out of it. Nothing. It was just a total pain. Is that guy that still have that bar down there?
Yeah.
What? Huh? Yeah, he's still got the bar. I'm surprised that's in business.
Yeah, the Tiki Bar. They really got some good food there.
Tiki Bar.
You're such a liar.
No, they do.
Mars
if you go at lunch, they've got some great food.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to get down there and go for lunch down at the Crystal Beach.
Yeah.
Well, fly in, Don. You got that helicopter.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they got a grass airstrip there next door.
That's not happening.
Yeah, okay. So Joe's here.
Apocalypse Manufacturing. And his name is Joe Ghattas. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Am I pronouncing your last name right?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So, Joe, tell us about Apocalypse Manufacturing. What does it do?
So it's one side of our custom Jeep shop that we specialize in just ridiculous oversized trucks. We started out, taking Jeeps and turning them into six-wheelers, and it kind of evolved from there. Now we're, on to doing Defenders and converting cars to electric and jamming demon engines and Hellcat engines and things that they don't belong in. We've even gotten into chopping up the Broncos and just you name it. All the bad ideas happen in that shop.
I like it.
At least he's honest
The
about
bad
it.
ideas come to fruition in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shop.
exactly. I like it.
They come to life in that.
There you go.
You sent us a picture of, and I don't know what kind of a truck it is, but it's nothing that I've ever seen before. What is it?
It's the super truck model.
Is that what it is?
that's
It's
the
the
super
super
truck.
truck?
Yeah, that's actually one of the few that I don't turn into a six-wheeler, just because the original platform is pretty awesome. You familiar with the Ram TRX?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed
Yeah, it
it.
starts life with the Ram TRX. It just gets injected about 200 cc's of testosterone, and there you have it.
Well, I can see that. I mean, it's got the most bizarre body panels on it and grill, and it doesn't look like anything. Maybe the
The
hood.
hood, yeah, the hood's recognizable now.
Yeah, that's about
There
it.
you go. That's the one piece I didn't change.
Well, you don't need to because the hood works for this. What?
It does. It does.
So I would assume that you do more than just body panels and wheels and tires.
Absolutely. So this thing is born with a Hellcat. I take the pulley off of it, put a smaller pulley on there, get some more boost out of the supercharger, put a bigger set of injectors in there, bump the timing up, improve the tune dramatically because we're running a lot more air pressure through it. Have to put a bigger fuel pump system in there. And then we do what I call the piece de resistance, the killer chiller. So we actually involve the air conditioning system in cooling down the supercharger so that we don't lose the extra power we made.
Oh my gosh! You you use the air
The
conditioner.
killer chiller.
The killer
I like
chiller.
The killer chiller.
That is so much fun. Where are you located?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Oh my God! And he's laying out on the beach
We're
at
coming to
lunch
see
with
you.
cocktails with umbrellas in them.
Mike, we need a remote.
Yeah, this sounds like a road trip for us here in Houston, Texas.
Oh, we'd love to have you guys.
I'll bet. Well, I don't know as if we really want to subject ourselves to all of this mayhem out there. So how big is your shop? How many vehicles you got going at one time in there?
So we can get 80 trucks out every month. That's been our track record.
Wow.
We're about a 40,000 square foot operation with 79 guys.
Wow, man, that's huge. And
Yeah.
are you? Do people bring their trucks to you, or do you go and buy a truck and do
Yeah.
all this to it and sell it on your own?
Source it out.
I buy the trucks and do what I think is going to be cool and then hope it sells.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, this Apocalypse Super Truck really is cool. And do you manufacture those cool looking doors? How does that work?
So all that's made in house. We've got our shop chopped up into sections. We've got the metal fabrication machine shop side, then we've got the fiberglass side. So that front end there is all handmade out of metal. We'll cut that on the plasma and on the CNC, and then we'll put it on our jig and weld it all together to make that big front end. The fenders, I'll pull those off of my fiberglass mold that we created. The doors, they're a big fiberglass mold as well. The back is aluminum. That slant back top with a rolling lock built into it. The rear bumper is again, plasma cut and welded together. And then she'll go over to the engine side where we'll, take the intake manifold off and put our cooling system in there, put a smaller pulley on there, boost up the injectors, hook the computer up to the file, to the PCM and tune it. But the super truck is actually one of the quickest trucks to make it through my shop, because I don't have to cut the frame or do anything else. We make another version of it called the Juggernaut, which is almost identical, but it's got 6 wheels. And that one's got my hand-fabricated axle in it and whatnot. But yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell.
So you're the off-road version of Bitchin' Rides.
I'll take that.
I'm surprised that you don't have your own television show.
Exactly.
Have you been approached yet?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We got some secrets going on here.
Is this a secret? I shouldn't talk about it, or what?
I'm certainly not supposed to. So.
Well, hey, we brought it up, and we're on the cutting edge of a lot of this information as well.
Yeah.
We either on the cutting edge or we make it up. So
Yeah, one of the two.
Conrad's got your website pulled up on his computer, and those are some awesome looking rigs. They really are. I'll take a 6-wheeler.
I like the Warlord. That's
like
pretty
the
cool.
Warlord.
I just
too.
want the Apocalypse Super Truck. That's the one that I want.
No, Mike's a juggernaut kind of guy over there for Mike.
Send me an address. I'll get these things sent out.
We're trying.
Sorry,
We're trying
we're good.
to pull up the car so we can put it on our show here as we talk. But so how did you get started in this?
So 20 years ago, all my life I've been working on Jeeps and trucks and whatnot. But as a business, I worked as a manager of a car dealership. And one day I decided to open up my own car dealership, and I was selling a small batch of Highline cars, right? I had, maybe 7 or 8 Highline cars, a little Lamborghini, a little Ferrari, Bentley. And then I always had my Jeep projects going in the back of the shop because I finally had a space to work on them again. And people would stop by to come take a look. Maybe they're interested in a Bentley or a drop-top Ferrari. And then they'd see the Jeeps in the background, and the conversation kind of started as, every prick on my street's got one of these Ferraris, but nobody's got one of those. And, they're like, is it for sale? And never was until it was for sale. And I sold my first one, second one, third one. Then I stopped buying the Highlines altogether. And my car wash guy turned into a mechanic with me. And my sales guy turned into a mechanic with me. And we just started building trucks faster and faster and faster.
Joe, what a great story that is,
Well, and Fort Lauderdale is a great car market, too.
Yeah. Cause there's some big bucks down there in Fort Lauderdale. Where do you come up with these ideas? Because this is so unique. I mean, you see customized trucks, but I've never seen one like this.
It's interesting. I'll take any idea I hear, and if it's quasi-feasible, I'll build it once. And then if people like it, I'll put it in production. Like I just did a Lamborghini Urus. I chopped the thing in half, made it a 6-wheeler, put portals on it, jacked it all up. And, it was one of those, can we do it? All right, we'll do it. If somebody else calls about it, now we can do it.
Well, that's one of those, that's a $200,000 vehicle from the get-go.
Right.
Next is a Bentley Bentayga.
Yeah. Whew.
Yep.
Actually,
I've got my hands in my 3 favorite projects right now is the new electric Hummer. I'm messing around with that one. The Rivian, to me, is a mind blower because if you ever sat in a Rivian, this thing's 1,000 horsepower. It is quick as can be. It's got 350 miles of range, kind of loaded with technology. But you'd walk right past the car. You'd think it was a Kia or Hyundai, and it just didn't really catch your eye. So that one I've got all torn apart right now, jacked up, put 38-inch tires, 15.5-inch wide, crazy fenders, aggressive hood, roll cage, like a real Marty McFly looking roll cage on there. And I'm so excited to see that truck done.
Joe, have you ever heard of a thing called Lone Star Throwdown?
Negative.
It is a huge custom truck show here, and it's actually a city just north of Houston, Conroe, Texas, within driving distance of all of us here.
Friends of ours manage it. It's one of the bigger truck shows in the nation.
You'll have to look it up. Lone Star Throwdown. You need to bring a couple of your trucks here.
Absolutely.
And that is it. Is it January or February?
February.
End of February.
End of February. Yeah, the
Lone Star Showdown.
No, Throwdown.
Throwdown.
Yeah. Lone Star Throwdown.
They limit the entries for the show vehicles to 2,500, and it sells out within days of the time they open the registration.
You need to be
there.
there.
They have vendor space, and they have one year they shut down the cell system, and the cops had to come out because the local airport lost its stuff because there were so many people out there with their phones.
Is that real?
They have a lot of people that come out and go through there.
And, that's one of those that we'd love to connect you with Todd and Lonnie. They are the ones that started it, and it's turned into, trucks from all over North America.
And across from Europe as well.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I do know that all across North America, Canada, these guys with the craziest designs and the money like you would not believe thrown into
you'd
these
fit
trucks.
right in.
Yeah, you would fit right in. So you need,
I'm looking at it now. It looks like my crowd. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to ask. Mike's going to buy one for the In Wheel Time company vehicle.
We're
What's
gonna
Mike going to
put a
spend
wrap
on it?
on it.
What's Mike going to spend on one of these?
How much has he got?
About a six-wheeler loaded, let's say a turbo diesel setup. I mean, packed to the gills with power steps, goodies, infrared cameras, you name it, stuff you will and won't use. 150 grand.
Oh,
That's
walking around money.
I can spend that much on a Cadillac Escalade.
exactly.
Exactly.
Has anybody ever told?
My business model is kind of like the first one is going to cost me an arm and a leg because it's going to take me a long time to R&D and figure it out, sort it out. But the next 10 should cost me a fraction because anything I build, I try to put it in production style. Try to write the CAD file so that, the CNC and the plasma will spit out the parts ready to go and get rid of a lot of the hand fabricating, make the molds up so that we can get the price down. Because I see a lot of cool trucks out there, but when I see the price tag, I'm like, oh, it puts it out of my range. It becomes a dream car as opposed to something I might be able to convince my wife to let me have in the driveway,
Exactly.
Or take an Escalade and turn it into a six-wheeler.
Anybody ever told you look like Bruce Springsteen?
Never.
I'm waiting for you to break into Pink Cadillac or something, with a guitar over your shoulder. You're one of those kind of cool guys that everybody wants to know. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you, man, I am thoroughly impressed. So what is the website?
So we got Apocalypse 6x6 and SoFloJeeps.com. That's our two. SoFlo Jeeps is the regular stuff. Well, I'll say regular meaning it has four wheels, and Apocalypse 6x6 has everything with the with the extensions and the six wheels and the bigger engines.
Oh yeah.
So
Pretty wild collection.
So back to what we were asking earlier. So you build them, but if I come to you and say, hey, I want this, you could custom build it out of what you got? I mean, I want this little variation or something.
Absolutely. So I've always got a series of chassis. Let's say we're talking about the Hellfire. I've got 6 chassis that have extended, and I've dropped the 392 into them, but I haven't done anything else. And then somebody will come along and say, all right, shoot this thing in the Line X green and give me a brown interior and give me bronze wheels, and that's, we'll run from there.
So you still customize the custom,
and he does it fast, he does it fast enough where you could take it this afternoon down to the beach invasion.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
yeah, the beach invasion over at Crystal Beach.
I could do that. Yeah.
I like to think that these type of trucks are very impulsive purchase, and if from idea to thought it's 3-4 months apart, you're going to lose interest. You got to be able to put these things together in 3-4 weeks tops.
Yeah. If it's one of these 2-year projects, and
I'm out. Yeah. No,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well,
and I've been there where they put me on the Tomorrow program, and you just lose interest. You're on to the next thing.
Right,
yeah, exactly.
Right. Very cool.
Well, I'm looking forward to you sending us the announcement that you're going to be on Motor Trend with your own show, 30-minute weekly, with at least a 6-episode season.
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
we got to get
one day when I grow up. You never know, man.
Well, and the 4 of us could guest star,
or get a hold of us if you're going to come to Lone Star Throwdown. We'd love to join you out there.
Yeah. I have to promise. It looks like it's end of February. I'll definitely be there, and I'll definitely reach out to you guys. I can't wait.
That'd be great.
Please do.
That would be wonderful.
It's a pleasure talking to you, Joe, and we really appreciate you spending the time with us on this Saturday.
Same, fellas. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. How fun.
What a monster collection.
How do you find these things? These are good. I like these.
Well, I don't know.
It's how magic.
You find people like that. It's kind of like, I want to be that guy. I mean, that's kind of when you're a kid, you think about, I want to get up and I want to make this and I want to build this.
I thought you wanted to be Jimmy Buffett, not Bruce Springsteen.
No, that's after when I get old. I want to do
80,000 square foot facility. That's not shabby.
Not at all.
79 technicians or people that work for
Everybody has 100 square feet.
Yeah, and kicking 80 a month out.
It's a lot.
Wow.
Let's do This Week in Auto History, shall we?
Okay, in 1847,
My birthday.
William Clayton invented the odometer. During his trip across the plains from Missouri to Utah, he was assigned to record the number of miles his group traveled each day. Clayton, with the help of a mathematician, tried counting the revolutions of a wagon wheel and computing the day's distance by multiplying that count times the wheel's circumference. That's the odometer we all know today, but the first thing in wood was the original odometer. In 1916, Charles Kettering and Edward Deeds agreed to sell Dayton Engineering Laboratories Company, famously known as Delco, to General Motors, and William Durant purchased Delco for $9 million. Delco was responsible for several innovations in the automobile electrical system, including battery ignition systems and the first self-starter. In 1947, B.F. Goodrich of Akron, Ohio, you got to remember Jeff's our tire guy, announces that it developed a tubeless tire, and quite a technological innovation that would make automobiles safer and more efficient. And then in 1958, during a goodwill trip through Latin America, Vice President Richard Mulhouse Nixon, driving his Cadillac, is attacked by an angry crowd of Venezuelans as he was driving through Caracas. The incident was a dramatic highlight of the trip, characterized by the Latin American anger over some of America's Cold War policies. And then in 2007, Seribus Capital Management, a private equity firm, acquired an 80% interest in Chrysler from Daimler AG for only $7.4 billion. Daimler had bought Chrysler in 1998 for $36 billion. So Seribus got a heck of a deal on their money on about 30 cents on the dollar.
What a nightmare that turned out to be, though. Oh.
Yeah, well, and you think the combination of cars that they built, the Chrysler 300 and the Charger were actually the brainchild of Mercedes or Daimler engineers.
Well, those cars, okay,
yeah.
and they've weathered the storm, man.
Sure have.
Yeah, and so there, and the underpinnings also of that car is the Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
The two-door
been quite
version.
successful.
Yep, very successful. Yeah. What else do we have?
News headlines.
I don't have any. I did them all.
Do you know?
Well, let's talk about my favorite subject.
Uninsured drivers. That's
we
mine.
didn't talk about this the other day.
Who's first? Is it you or Jeff?
Go to Jeff.
All right. Out of the 50 states, and this is by population of uninsured motorists. Now, this comes to us from a couple of years ago, so it's changed. A lot of different people in the United States right now. But Texas is the number one for uninsured motorists of 17.18% of the population.
Wow.
And that is over 4 million people in the state of Texas do not have insurance. Oklahoma's second, Alaska's third. And
how can that be, though? Because you can't get your car registered without it being insured.
Well, you can't buy a car without having insurance. So it's a lot of nefarious things. But anyways, we made the top list.
Well, there's something to be proud of.
There you go. It's all right here.
Now, if you can keep it short, you guys.
Well, you gave me the article last week about Mary Barra being ranked second in pay package, worth she's paid $29 million in 2022. According to an SEC filing on Friday. Barra earned 0.5% less in 2021, but was the highest paid of the Detroit 3 CEOs in the 8th consecutive year. As GM sales and profits decline, her pay goes up. What's wrong with this picture?
Okay.
You're not a Mary Barra fan?
No. Well, she was an appointee from the Obama administration in 2009. Everybody knew it. As GM collapsed, she was an Obama appointee as General
Why did
Motors
GM collapse?
Because
bad management.
People in her position were not car people, and she's not a car person. As much as she says she is, she's not a car person.
There's actually a TV show similar to what Mary Barrett does, and it's I don't think it's off the air now, but It was about an automotive company and their CEO and how they went about designing cars. It was nonsense.
Yep.
Mike's got some.
Speaking of EVs,
45 seconds.
EVs. People in the state of Texas, along with 30 other states, are now going to have to pay more to have an EV. As of September the 1st, if you buy a new EV, you're going to have to pay an extra $400 to register your vehicle. If you already have an EV and you go to renew your license plate, you're going to have to pay an extra $200 to drive it in the state of Texas because they don't pay for gas taxes to help fix the road. So now they're going to employ a tax on ownership.
Time now for a quick break. We'll be right back. You're on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show on iHeartRadio. Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on N-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. N-Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Konrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In-Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. And next week's show is going to include Mar's explanation of where he bought his car cover from and where he didn't buy it from, and all because of one S.
And he's going to set somebody up for an interview.
That's a wrap for this week's N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. When you're online, check out our Facebook page. Give us a like if you will. Please tell your friends about us and share our junk. You'll get Konrad's Unicorn Hunting features, along with all things automotive all week long, including new car reviews, upcoming events, cruise-ins, racing events, and other informative and entertaining car and truck goodies. You can find the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app, and be sure to catch N-Wheel Time Car Talk on our live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and NWheelTime.com every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central. Daily 30-minute podcasts are available from over a dozen of the most popular podcast providers. The N-Wheel Time Chief Engineer is David Ainsley. Our Marketing Advertising Advisor and Video Technical Director is We Need More, Jeff Zekin.
Yep.
Yay. For booking agent and podcast philanderer, Mike Mars.
Yes.
Along with Mr. Know-It-All, his royalty king Konrad DeLong. I'm Don Armstrong. Next week, we're live again from the In Wheel Time studios, Saturday, May 27th, on all of our In Wheel Time Car Talk outlets, right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network, 8 to 11 a.m. Central Time. Have a great weekend. Go cut the grass. So long for now. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.